Today it's a feed day for our yellow-lipped sea krait. So in this pot here I have a fresh giant cockapoo fish, which we get sustainably from a farm. Due to legal requirements, we are not allowed to offer her live food, but she's quite happy to take a pre-killed fish off the tongs from us. The origin of our sea krait here at Auckland Zoo, it was found on a beach in Takapuna in December 2022. It was reported by a member of the public to the Department of Conservation, and they contacted us at Auckland Zoo to go down and have a look and see what we think.
So I jumped in one of our cars and took a journey up to Takapuna Beach, and indeed was absolutely amazed to find it was actually a young sea snake, or a sea krait. On arrival, we estimated her age at perhaps less than 2 years of age. She was much smaller than she is now. She was a little bit underweight and very dehydrated. However, we gave her some tender loving veterinary care and put those things right very quickly. Now, these snakes are occasional visitors to New Zealand shores. Almost entirely by accident, they get caught in warm currents and heavy storms, etc., because they normally come from the tropics of the Pacific, up in Fiji and Samoa and further afield. But occasionally they turn up here, and as a result, they're considered a native species, and of course are therefore fully protected. Often when we rehabilitate injured or sick wildlife, the aim is to nurse the animal back to the health to the point at which it can be reintroduced back to the wild. And that really isn't the case with this snake, because New Zealand waters are not where she's supposed to be. It's much too cold for her to live here successfully. She's ectothermic and adapted to warm water, so her cool blood requires warm seas and warm sunshine basking year round for her to be healthy. And therefore we've worked with the Department of Conservation to have her permitted to stay here at the zoo. I'm not sure there's ever been a snake visible in a zoo in New Zealand before, and this is a unique opportunity for visitors to just wonder at the amazing adaptations, the amazing behaviours and the amazing beauty of a snake that is unknown to most people.
That was a successful feed. She grabbed the fish by the head, which is always a success because that's where she's meant to grab it. So she was corkscrewing around in the water. She is a venomous snake. It means when they bite their prey, the prey succumbs to the venom very quickly. And then quite cleverly, she took herself into the rocks and she pushed the fish against the rocks and maneuvered it into her mouth and down her body. And then you can see the lump go all the way down and all her muscles working to push the fish down, and now she's got a nice plump in the middle of her body where her stomach is, and we can tell that she's had a good feed. She's growing very fast. When she arrived at Auckland Zoo, she was a mere 44.5 grams, and now she's well over 200 grams. So with snakes, as they grow and they get bigger, their skin stays the same size, and otherwise it will just stretch. So basically they have a process where they change their skin, so they slough their skin off, and then underneath is a fresh new skin. So fresh outfit, and that new outfit will just be slightly bigger. The yellow-lipped sea krait spends 50% of its time in the water, in the ocean, and 50% of its time on land. So we have to provide that in our habitat here at Auckland Zoo. So she has a water area where she can swim. Our water's heated to 27 degrees, and it has to be filtered so we can keep it clean. We have to do regular water changes. We have to siphon the sand to get all the dirt out. We have to give her fresh water because she can't drink the seawater. Because she's a reptile, she also has to have the sun. So we create the sun with our special lighting system that provides heat and light, so she can feel like she's sitting in a nice patch of sunlight, warming her body and digesting her food. So we have a lot going on in this environment. As she grows, her habitat has to grow. So we are currently in the design stage of building her a much bigger one. She's going to have much deeper water, much longer tank. She's going to have more land to explore, lots of different areas where she can feel at home in. You may hear myself or other members of my team refer to her as a she. I will correct myself and say we don't actually know that. It's still a young snake. We know that when females get fully grown, they can just tip over at 1.4 meters long. However, males of the species would be half that size. So if we get to a point where our sea krait stops growing, then we'll know that it's a male. If it continues to grow, then we know that we've got a female.
Sea snakes are highly venomous, and therefore they need to be completely respected. So we have very strict protocols in place about how to work with them, how to manage them. And indeed, we've also worked with the Auckland Hospital to ensure that the Auckland Hospital is actually stocking up-to-date relevant antivenom. If you are what I would call lucky enough to encounter one, then just sit back and enjoy and feel privileged. And if you leave them alone, absolutely like any other wildlife, they'll leave you alone. The thing to do is not to touch. Respect the snake, give it space, and call the DOC 0800 wildlife reporting line.
It's a real unique experience for us and an honour to work with her. It is now an ambassador for the wild cousins, and I think our visitors are really, really lucky because not many people in the world ever see these snakes.